everybody, and welcome back to my channel. And for my new subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing. It really helps me a great deal, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Today's chit chat is really just an update on what's going on in my very exciting life. Well, it's almost time. I'm going away for a couple of days. So I've been invited to a big high-end party. Ooh, exciting! So I'm going to Venice for 3 days. It's one of my old corporate people that I used to work for. They're having an anniversary of his passing, unfortunately. So it's a huge big party. He was a billionaire, very, very prominent in Italy. So so I'm off on private jet. Ooh, exciting. They've taken over a whole hotel, so it's going to be really, mingling with the hoity-toity. So I'm looking forward to that. So I will keep you abreast of everything. I unfortunately cannot film anything inside the event itself, but definitely on my free time roaming around Venice should be quite exciting. This time of the year, it's a little bit of a sort of a craziness. I mean, for 3 days, I may have to take 2 suitcases because you don't know what the weather is going to be like there, because it could be flooding. We don't know. It's flooding at the moment, but we don't know what the weather is going to be like, so I don't know what to take for that. So do you need, shorts or flippers and a snorkel? I mean, what do you take? So that's if you could see the other part of the house here, you could see there's like piles of stuff that are the choices of what to take. But yes, so we're off to Venice. So I will try to film some highlights of that and bits and bobs that I haven't done for years, because I used to work a lot in Italy. I worked for this gentleman whose memorial I'm going to, but there were a lot of things I never did when I was there. You lived like a local and you did a lot of the local things and that sort of thing. But I didn't do much in the way of touristy stuff. So I thought that, in this 3 days that I'm going to be there, I will go and do the touristy stuff. So, look out, there may be a gondola ride in my future. Who knows? But definitely, I'm going to go over to Murano and Burano because I didn't really, I have been to Murano, but it was sort of like for lunch and you had like a little, mooch around the tourist shops, but you didn't really do too much of anything else. And my sister is really into Murano paperweights, so I'm going to go and have a look at what's on offer and see something like that. But yes, so I mean, the weather should be really okay. Let's hope it doesn't rain. But so nice, and we're on a private island just on the outskirts of the city. So there'll be a lot of boat riding involved in all of that, getting everywhere. So it should be some exciting footage, some exciting videos to go on and see. And we'll go around and see some food and, all the things that Venice has to offer. So I'm excited, and it will be fun. Not too excited about the drive down to Heathrow, but hey, it's where I live. For those of you who don't know, I live 90 miles, a few, outside of that, 90 miles northeast of London. And going to London is actually like trying to drive in a war zone. It is really terrible. And parking, if you're driving your car, the biggest expense you have is sometimes parking's more expensive than a hotel. And, and hotels in London are expensive. But so parking is a right nightmare. So going down to the thing, because there are 3 people going from the private airport at Heathrow on this particular corporate flight. So, and they're from London, and we're going at the plane leaves at 9 o'clock in the morning or something. So for me to get to Heathrow is going to take me a couple of hours. So I'm going to have to leave my house at 6 o'clock in the morning to get down there, park and all of the business and get all your bits and bobs in there and have a cup of coffee. So it's an overnight vacation, just going to the airport. But so there's that that going on, and then we'll see. And then let's see what else is on the agenda in the upcoming months. So in April, I'm going to Athens for 3 days also. I've been invited to a party in Athens, so I'm going to Athens. So that should be good. I'm looking forward to that because there are some, once again, you know, I worked a lot in Athens, but didn't do too much of the touristy stuff. And the hotel that I'm staying at is at the foot of the Acropolis. So from the roof of the hotel, apparently you get really nice nighttime views of the Acropolis. So nice footage coming in there. And I'm going to take a day trip over to a little island called Hydra. So that should be fun. And I'm going to mooch around the Plaka area, which has always been, you know, really sort of exciting because I do love just mooching around and looking at stuff. So so that should be 3 days of interest. So look forward to that coming up. So our 2 trips coming up, and then in May, of course, is going to be the whole month of May. I'm going to be in France. So all around France. So I'm a busy little girl this this next couple of months. So tune in and see what's happening. But thank you all for subscribing. For the new subscribers, and for those of you who haven't subscribed, please support my dreams. I want to be a star. All right. So anyways, thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for our Venice trip, which is coming up next. Thanks. Bye.